Dak Prescott has been unbelievable. He is the third rookie quarterback since the 1970 merger to win 7 straight starts. He is already a leader and has completely won over that locker room. After being the 8th quarterback drafted in 2016, Dak has the Cowboys as the frontrunner in their division as one of the hottest teams in football. He has been the talk of the league. But even though most feel he should be the starter, there is still some doubts by some experts, and their owner has kept this open for debate. Jerry Jones, if you let Dak Prescott run the show, here is why he can take your Cowboys to the Super Bowl. Number 1, his stats. After leading the Cowboys to defeats over fellow quarterbacks Aaron Rodgers and other rookie phenom Carson Wentz, Dak Prescott has put up some absurd stats for any quarterback, let alone a rookie. Dak is 5th in yards per attempt, 6th in passer rating, and 3rd in total QBR. And this is maybe the most impressive thing about Prescott. His poise as a rookie. His adjusted completion percentage under pressure is 68.0, and that's 5th in the NFL. Dak seems to have the it factor, and here's what I mean by that. He is not rattled by the big stage. He just took over the Dallas Cowboys, which according to Sports Nation is the most popular team in the NFL, and he hardly seems nervous behind center. He seemingly turned his biggest weakness on his draft profile, his ability under pressure, and has turned it into one of his biggest strengths. He has shown his ability to stay composed after playing poorly. Against the Eagles, Dak played awful through the first half, throwing a terrible interception at the goal line right before halftime, but he overcame that, leading the Cowboys to a game-tying drive with less than 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Then following that, he led him to the game-winning drive in overtime that finished on that spectacular Russell Wilson-like scramble drill that found Jason Witten alone in the end zone, showing that sometimes it doesn't gotta be pretty, you just gotta get the win. Here's another crazy stat involving Dak. I'm going to compare his first 6 games to the legendary Tom Brady. In Brady's first 6 starts, he had a 63% completion percentage, a 10-4 touchdown to interception ratio, and a 4-2 win-loss record. In Dak's first 6 starts, he has a 68 completion percentage, a 7-1 touchdown to interception ratio, and a 5-1 win-loss record. This doesn't mean that he's better than Brady, because Dak has clearly a better offense and tools around him, but this comparison is still pretty interesting. And to be fair, Tony Romo has been great in his last 19 starts, posting a 15-4 record. He had the best passer rating and QBR in the league in 2014. If Romo is healthy, he is lethal. But that's the problem. If. He hasn't played a full 16-game season since 2012, missing the last 11 games last year and already got hurt this year. There is no guarantees he comes off this back injury and plays at a high level, especially after sitting out the rest of last season. Plus, the whole dynamic of the offense changes when you put Romo back in. I'll go over that more later. My second point I'm gonna make is how he's been an emotional leader and he's been focused on winning. Here's an example to show you where his focus is right now. An article from LarryBrownSports.com says, quote, he's been offered every type of endorsement, car deals, signing deals, and everything. But this kid says, let's wait until I get this over with, okay? Jeff Guerrero explained. He's not worried about going out and doing all this stuff right now. His number one concern right now is that the Dallas Cowboys win. So you can tell that Dak has taken his job very serious. Here's another story to back that up. This is from Sports Illustrated. A few nights before Dak's 3rd NFL start versus the Bears, Dak had tickets to a Kanye concert coming up in downtown Dallas. He wanted to go, but after realizing the concert would end after midnight, his decision was clear. Dak immediately offered the tickets to a friend. He knows the opportunity he has in Dallas and he's not going to waste it over a concert. A few days later, he led the Cowboys to a 31-17 victory over the Bears. And not only that, but Dak has clearly become an emotional leader on the field and in the locker room with his maturity. Wide receiver Cole Beasley told the same Sports Illustrated article, quote, he's not even like a rookie. He's like a 5-year vet. My third point I'm going to make is how he's set up for success. The Dallas Cowboys have an historically great offensive line, rating out as the highest rated O-line in the NFL according to Pro Football Focus. And Ezekiel Elliott leads the NFL in rushing yards, putting up similar numbers to Eric Dickerson's season where he set the rushing yard record. Not to mention their receiving corps is rated as the 4th best unit in the NFL, and that was mostly without Dez. So having all these units around Dak performing at this level is absolutely perfect. Their offense is methodical and efficient. Dak has a 134.9 passer rating on passes 11 to 20 yards down the field. And when he throws it short, he has dudes like Terrence Williams and Cole Beasley making a high percentage of catches. Beasley, who I actually bagged on in a different video, is currently leading the league in catch rate percentage. And this offense doesn't turn the ball over, and they move the ball down the field on a consistent basis. To be fair, let's mention Romo again. He's a big play threat. He has a lot better down the field percentage over 20 yards than Dak. He creates a more explosive offense and brings the best out of Dez Bryant. But Romo isn't nearly as accurate on underneath routes and doesn't get the most out of his receiving unit as a core. He's also prone to more turnovers due to his risky nature, not to mention he's injury prone. Personally, I'd rather have the efficient quarterback who sticks to the game plan, especially when you got the best running back in the league and the best O-line in the league. You don't want to mess with team flow, and they are absolutely rolling. They're on their best win streak since 2007, and they also have the most 10+ play scoring drives in the NFL, and their offensive flow is fluent through Dak's consistency and his precision on underneath routes, and their offense taking care of the ball as a whole. My last point I'm going to make is their favorable schedule and division. Dallas has a very favorable schedule overall, ranking as the second easiest schedule in the entire NFL. Even though they're getting to the tougher part of their schedule, TeamRankings.com has them winning near 11 to 12 games, which would clinch their division and most likely the top seed. And I feel some of the powerhouse NFC teams over the last few seasons are not as strong as they were in the past. Teams like Arizona, Green Bay, and Carolina are definitely not as good as they were in previous years. And I think the team with the best chance to beat the Cowboys is the Seattle Seahawks, most likely the other first round bye in the playoffs. It seems these two could meet in the NFC Championship, and here's why Dallas can win. Their time of possession dominance and their consistency on offense. Dallas is second in time of possession, whereas Seattle is 25th. And Dallas has that consistency on offense, whereas Seattle just doesn't have that on offense. Yeah, they have a great dominant defense, but the well-rounded consistency of Dallas's team overall just betters them in most categories. A historically dominant O-line and running back is almost impossible to beat when you're rolling, and that's exactly what Dallas has. And with the efficiency of Dak Prescott, it's almost unbeatable. That's why they've been so good. Dallas can definitely get to the Super Bowl this year, if not win it. They have people jumping on the bandwagon. Guys like Colin Cowherd, who doubted him in the beginning. It's about time you jump on the bandwagon too.